Okay, we are live. Manchester United are taking on Young Boys. I'm really excited for this game, the first game of the Champions League this season. So, really looking forward to this. Manchester United away in Switzerland, and I've decided to try and make the time to do the watch along this evening. It's the first one I've done for a long, long time. It's been very difficult to be able to manage to do watch alongs at the moment because life's been quite hectic. But back for a watch along, and I hope everyone is doing well and in excited for the game. There's about 10 minutes to go before the start of the game, and Manchester United have got on paper, which looks like most fans are really excited with the lineup this evening. It is on paper a good lineup for Manchester United against the team that's going to be difficult to beat. Yeah, we've seen a few changes to the starting lineup, so I'm looking forward to this game. Hopefully, we can get the 3 points that we desperately need to kick on in this group stage. It would be nice to start off with a win because the other teams are most likely going to win this type of game. Away, I know it's away from home, but you would expect the others to win it. So we've got to be thinking about winning this game tonight. A draw just isn't going to cut the mustard for me. Is what's exciting from a lot of Manchester United fans. It's the first time we're going to see Diogo Dalot play in the first team for Manchester United, which a lot of people are really excited to see. Hopefully, he can look as good as he did in the reserves. He looked decent. He's still finding his feet. He was injured for a while, but that's some exciting news for Manchester United. I really did think that it was going to be Darmian probably at the left back position or Ashley Young. I wasn't too convinced that it was going to be Diogo Dalot this time. I thought he would probably feature in that following game next week against Derby County, but he's gone for him. I said we should play Rashford and Martial up front in the attacking areas, and Jose Mourinho has delivered. I've been critical of Martial, as people know at times, but he just needs to get some game time, and this is the perfect opportunity for Manchester United to give him some game time. Hopefully, he can repay the faith in this one. Now, we are just over 5 minutes away from kickoff. Alexis Sanchez obviously on the bench, so Manchester United could bring him on if needed in this encounter. And who knows if Manchester United do need him? I've obviously got a pretty strong lineup out. We'd be good enough to get in this game. I'm not saying that we're going to go and blow these away, but it should be good enough for Manchester United to get a result. I mean, we don't have a host of obviously attacking options on the bench due to the fact that we've got quite an attacking front three on the pitch this evening, but we've still got a shit ton of young players that could come in attacking areas if Manchester United are to get stretched at any point over the next few weeks, because Manchester United's U team have also won today, so hopefully Manchester United can follow suit in this one. After that one, that was 2-1 against Young Boys at 3 o'clock. So that was good to see Mason Greenwood getting the first for Manchester United's goals and Angel Gomez from the penalty spot. So hopefully, if Manchester United do need to call upon anyone later in this group stage, any attacking options, hopefully some of them can be able to be called upon. Yeah, no Jesse tonight. He's gone for Anthony Martial and Rashford. Now, Rashford obviously needs game time though, so we've got to really get Rashford some game time because he cannot play in the next two games in the league. And Jesse Lingard wasn't at his best against Watford, so Anthony Martial Anthony Martial's got to start performing. He's got much better talents than Jesse Lingard, which just doesn't produce it. And Jesse Lingard has managed to be almost a mainstay in the starting lineup, but isn't playing this evening. That is the only thing is Manchester United would have to, if we were in any kind of problems, we could only really maybe dig ourselves out with bringing Alexis Sanchez from that substitutes bench. We do have other options on the bench, but he would be the ideal one you would maybe back to come on and make something happen. But he hasn't been in the best of form either yet, Alexis Sanchez. So that is the only worry for Manchester United, that we haven't seen the consistency from Alexis Sanchez yet for Manchester United. But I'm still confident he is a top player, Alexis Sanchez, that he can produce the goods this season for Manchester United. I'm hopeful anyway. So we are only moments now away from the kickoff in Switzerland. These Champions League games are never easy away from home, so Manchester United have got to be at it. The ball from the off, because this can probably be a hostile atmosphere. These are going to be well up for it. I doubt we've ever played these before in the Champions League, but we'll just have to see how it goes. I think I went in the preview for 2-0. I think I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of goals in this game for Manchester United. I know last season we did see a few 4-0s early on in the season, but I just aren't that confident that Manchester United are going to go to Switzerland to swap them aside. But we'll have to wait and see. But it does give Manchester United a good opportunity with Juventus playing away in Valencia. Manchester United the opportunity to pull ahead of maybe one or a couple of these teams in the group stage. It's nice now that for me that they're playing these games at 8 o'clock. Gives me a bit more time to get ready. 4-0. I hope it is 4-0 to Manchester United. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, we did obviously, as I say, win a few early games last season 4-0, and that one in Moscow for 4-0 was quite a good one, because these away games are never easy. If you can get 2 or 3 goals away from home, you've got to be happy with that in this Champions League group stage. Certainly, if you get a result out of it as well. But anything other than victory tonight isn't going to be great for Manchester United with the other teams in the group. But he has gone with an attacking team, so hopefully Manchester United can do the business this evening. Thinking that Manchester United can score plenty of goals this evening. Maybe, I don't know if he's been a bit optimistic there from Mr. Hargreaves, but we will have to see. Paul Pogba again tonight, captain for Manchester United. So it does look like this season he is the vice captain, which is nice to see. Big game needed from Paul Pogba. Can he start off with an absolute bang in this first game? That would be really exciting to see, wouldn't it? If he could hit the ground running in this first game and really show everyone that the form he can be a bit up and down, but hopefully Manchester United can get some goals like this team, this young boys team. So I just presume that they're going to make it hard for Manchester United. Manchester United might have a lot of possession in this game, but we may have to be patient in this game. It might not be a game where we get early goals. A nice early goal would definitely be nice for Manchester United, but who knows? If you can get that early goal, sometimes then it can be a bit easier. It depends how this team play. Just getting ready to kick off. There's always that massive buzz around the first game for everyone's club when it gets to the group stage of the Champions League. These group stages are a lot more exciting than they used to be. They used to be a bit dead rubbers, because the top teams always used to just qualify with ease. But now that the way the seedings are, you get a lot more exciting games. And some of these smaller teams are definitely stronger than they used to be. So it does give for some more exciting games. Interesting to see how Fred does this week, because this evening, because he hasn't played a lot of football lately for Manchester United, with Fellaini being the preferred option. Right, so we're kicking off. Hmm. Come on, United. Let's get this job done. I'm just really pleased that we haven't gone for Ashley Young at right back. I really am. I'm really pleased, because although he's a young man, he he he's cost a lot of money, and Manchester United quality that Dalot has. And from what I've heard about him, he's a fantastic prospect for Manchester United. I've only obviously seen him play twice. I've seen him play in the under-23s, and he didn't look bad in that. So hopefully we can see a proper right back there now for Manchester United, rather than playing wingers there. I mean, Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia have done their best. It's not really their fault. They should never be playing in them positions. I just hope this pitch is all right for Manchester United's players to play on. It is an artificial pitch, but I mean, this is a fairly young side. I mean, Martial 22, Rashford 20, Dalot only 19. Even Luke Shaw's only about 23. So there's still a lot of young players in this team. So, but it does give us a great chance to give some of these some more experience, because Luke Shaw has changed from, he hardly played at all for Manchester United in the last couple of seasons, and now seems to be getting more regular football. So hopefully that'll do him the world of good. Manchester United on the ball. Pogba. Come on, United. Dalot with the first cross into the box. Oh, corner. Come on, United. That was a good ball in from Dalot. Fred with the corner for Manchester United. An early goal would be fantastic for Manchester United. Oh, young boys on the break from the corner. Safely to David De Gea. I'm really excited to see Dalot on that right hand side. Now it seems that we've got two good fullbacks, with Luke Shaw playing really well. at the start of this season. I never thought we'd see that again. So we really have missed two good fullbacks, Manchester United. That was one thing that I was jealous about Man City going out and splashing all that cash on Mendy and Walker, because that really helped Man City. Obviously having Walker, obviously Mendy was injured a lot, but getting rid of the fullbacks that they had that were past their prime really did help them. Like Zabaleta and that they got rid of. That really helped kick Man City on to that next level. Which Dalot has started off this game well. So another corner for Manchester United early on. Manchester United. Oh, but Dalot has started very brightly for Manchester United so far, but they're breaking again. Oh, Manchester United saw the danger out in the end and give away a throw-in, but they're breaking really fast on Manchester United after them corners. Manchester United have got to be at it when if we get corners. That was lightning quick from that young boys player, and young boys were away then. Just got to watch that they don't catch Manchester United out on the counter attack as we're taking these corners. So I'm expecting Manchester United to have a lot of the play in their final third in this game. We've got the better quality of players, no doubt. So we've just got to make it count on the pitch. Pogba on the ball. Come on. Oh. Rashford back to Pogba. Oh, and Pogba fouled. The young boys haven't started bad though. They've looked really looking dangerous on that counter attack. But Manchester United have got much better quality out there than the young boys. No disrespect to them. So we should be putting these away. I mean, the quality we possess with Lukaku up front. I mean, he's an animal up front and should be looking at this game where he could probably fill his boots and get a goal or two. Because these are the sort of games where Lukaku eats up goals against teams that aren't of the biggest names. Come on, United. Young boys on the ball, pushing forward. I really think that having two young, exciting fullbacks playing can really help Manchester United both in defence and certainly in attack. That is where Manchester United I think, were really poor last season. That with Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia. Now, we shouldn't be playing 31, 32-year-old converted wingers at fullback at Manchester United if we're looking to challenge for trophies. Really shouldn't be. Obviously, the centre-back issue is still a major problem for Manchester United because he doesn't seem to fancy Eric Bailly. But I think I still believe that Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof can be that centre-back partnership for Manchester United. Both are still relatively young players. It would be a real young and exciting back four if we could get performing how we know on a lot of given days he's performed well, but has had games where he's been awful as well, which hasn't helped his Manchester career. Oh, That was mighty close there, it seemed, from young boys. Just past the post, David Hare didn't really move. The header would have gone in had it been the other side of the post. David Hare would not have got that. Got the header in against Lindelof, and caused Manchester United problems there. It could have been worse for Manchester United. Oh. Rashford. Oh, oh. Thought he was going to put Lukaku in, but Lukaku couldn't muster anything with what happened. We've really got to use that pace of Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford. I can't show the game on here, or the channel will get brought down, I'm afraid. But the game is live on BT Sport. I'm watching it on the app here. I'm watching it on my phone at the moment, but obviously I can't show the game because the channel will get brought down. All the Champions League games are live on BT Sport. God, that is crazy. They've just said that this is the third Champions League game that Luke Shaw has actually played in, which is crazy. He obviously didn't play much couldn't have played much last season, if any, because he got injured obviously in that game against PSV that time. Dalot, oh, Dalot did very well there down by the corner flag, coming in, putting the ball in, but the goalkeeper getting to it. It's looking very exciting, Dalot, so far. Hopefully, he can edge out Antonio Valencia as the season progresses. When we signed Dalot, I wasn't sure because obviously he comes as a versatile left back and right back, which could play in both positions. But I wasn't sure if where Manchester United had bought him for, considering no one was sure on what was happening with Luke Shaw. I was praying that Luke Shaw would come back to his best form, and that we could obviously play Luke Shaw on one side and Dalot on the other side, and wouldn't have to sign another fullback. But it seems like that could potentially be happening if Luke Shaw can keep up this form. But will this form continue? That's what we've got to hope. Young boys have got their first corner of the game. Sure, he's got to keep consistent with his performances and hopefully keep up his consistency with his fitness as well, because we don't want to see him injured again and out for 3 or 4 weeks and then have to get himself fit again, because he's a bit like Wayne Rooney, where he needs to be playing week in, week out. They're claiming the ball there, but he needs to be playing every single week. Really, you can't really be playing Luke Shaw 1 week and then dropping him for the next game. You have to really be playing him as consistently as we can. He seems to tend to lose his fitness quite quickly if he's not given a run of games. Wayne Rooney was exactly the same. Really had to keep playing and really have to work hard to keep their fitness and to keep in top conditioning and shape. Some people it does come a lot easier to. I know the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo work so hard on it, but he is generally a skinny build, so it generally seems to he's a tall specimen, and it seems to work. He finds it probably easier to keep very lean and slim. Oh, Manchester United just ushering him out the way there, but he did not give a free kick, which was good for Manchester United. I don't think that there was anything in that, just running into there, but Manchester United got to be careful because of the worry of Manchester United's defence this season. It hasn't been nowhere near good enough for Manchester United. Lukaku, oh, side netting for Manchester United. I was hoping that Lukaku could maybe get that across goal, but it was just the defender tried to get him to try to stop him from getting it across goal. Made it hard for him there, but ooh. Last time Lukaku played against Young Boys, he got a hat trick, so that is good to hear. But Young Boys may be a better side now than they were back then because they're Champions League opposition this evening and not Europa League opposition, which they were then for Everton. But these are the sort of games that Lukaku does very, very well in. So typically is a great striker for scoring against nearly all of the sort of smaller teams. But so far they've started off pretty decent, to be honest, Young Boys. About the 15-minute mark, and so far Young Boys have done quite well in this game. They've given Manchester United a few hairy moments to worry about, so we've got to make sure we're on our game here. I think Manchester United have got to step it up a gear. It is a difficult away game, but because going to all these sort of places, oh, the shot from range there, and it was saved by De Gea. I think it took a deflection there, so but David De Gea making the save. Yeah, it was a decent save from David De Gea, considering it. I think it took a deflection. It's from a decent distance, but Manchester United have got to wake up a bit here. We're not playing particularly great at this moment in time. And a couple of early corners, but Fred on the ball. Message. Oh, ball's gone. Cleared. So far, not been overly impressed with Manchester United, but we have got enough quality on this pitch that if we get a good chance, we could put it away. So I'm not overly concerned at this moment in time, but we will have to up it at some point, probably. I'm just hoping that Manchester United's quality will shine through in the end and get the job done. But that's obviously the whole aim of this. It isn't about really performance. It's more about getting the job done, because there isn't many group games to play. And if Manchester United mess this first one up, we're in a bit of shit creek. You've got so many more margins for error if you want to win the league or finish in a certain position in the Premier League. But here we just haven't got enough margin for error. Hopefully Manchester United can wake up and start performing a bit better than this. I mean, I always thought they were going to be up for it, and it wasn't going to be an easy game. So if Manchester United can just step it up a bit. Hopefully Manchester United can improve as this game wears on. So, what's everyone's thoughts at this early stage of the game? Manchester United still drawing nil into about the 20th minute mark in this game, and to be honest, I've not complete. I mean, I was expecting obviously them to come and put up a fight. You're expecting that, but they've shown a bit more quality than maybe a lot of people thought that they might do early on. I mean, it's but all cleared away by Smalling there. Pogba. He got challenged and lost the ball there, Pogba. They've been really, really up for this game so far, as I thoroughly expected, and making it really difficult for Manchester United. But we've got to probably up this a little bit more, because we might struggle to get the job done. Otherwise, I mean, the quality may well shine through in the end, but little flick from Rashford, but I think his shot hit the post there from Rashford, but I'd like to see it again. Oh, the cross into the box. Manchester United clearing it. These are causing Manchester United a lot of problems at this moment in time. Come on, United, let's up this. There's a lot of people, quite a few people now watching this. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button on the video. It really does help the channel out. Rashford, oh, losing the ball. Yeah, that shot definitely did hit the post. Just watching the replay back, not sure if it, maybe if it hit the other side, it might have gone in. But Martial crosses the ball in. Keeper gets the ball. Oh dear. Come on, United. Give me something to wake me up. They're looking really confident at this moment in time. Young boys really looking so up for this match. It's like a cup final to them. Obviously, they don't play a huge amount of games like this, so it's going to be disappointing if Manchester United can't carve out any chances in the first half. But we're still only 25 minutes into the game. But we definitely do need to up this Manchester United. It's not been good enough in my eyes so far. Oh, Manchester United winning the foul there. But obviously they've been winning a lot of games this season, so obviously their confidence is going to be sky high. That's the thing that you do when you play these teams that are performing well in their leagues. They've got so much confidence about them, and it's the same if you play a team at the top of the Championship in England. If you play them in the cup, they're winning games constantly, so they're usually up for it. I believe that they're top of the league and they're winning games quite comfortably in the league at the moment. So that is obviously good for them. But still, Manchester United should have far too much quality for this team with the amount of money that we've pumped into this team. There's anything other than victory and real question marks obviously will be asked after this one. I mean, it would leave Manchester United in a hard position in the group, considering who the other two teams are in this group. So I don't fancy Manchester United's chances of going to Juventus or Valencia and getting a required win if needed. But the other game at the moment in time is still no goals as well. So, but even with that game being 0-0, Manchester United have got to worry about winning this game more than worrying about which one of them two teams is going to win that game, because it doesn't mean a thing if Manchester United go out and drop 2 valuable points or even more in this game. A horror show, and Manchester United lose this game, and we could be struggling then to qualify for the knockout stage, in my eyes. We haven't seen any chances as of yet from Romelu Lukaku, but hopefully there is still a lot of chances to come from the big man this evening, because we know he can put it in the back of the net, that is for sure. This really hasn't happened for Manchester United so far. Oh, small slip in there. Lindelof sorting the mess out at the back there. Still wary of that defence. So Manchester United have to be scoring at some point. Oh, Lukaku just behind Rashford. Unfortunately, I can't show the game, otherwise the channel will get taken down for copyright. But it is live on BT Sport. That's why I'm watching it on BT. I'm watching it on BT Sport 2 in the UK, England. Fred losing the ball in a dangerous position. Oh, Manchester United were lucky there. Fred giving the ball away, and a sloppy there from Fred to give the ball away. I mean, normally away from home, if you get a required result, which most people would be happy with the draw, but Manchester United can't really be happy with the draw in this one because you could see the other teams winning this game, which would be a disaster for Manchester United, because then we'd probably have to win in Juventus or in away at Valencia, which I just do not fancy Manchester United's chances of that. At times, Valencia can be a real tricky team to beat. Rashford putting the ball in, but the keeper coming out and claiming it. So far, it hasn't happened for Manchester United, and we've got three attacking players up front. I know Anthony Martial's goal scoring record has been poor, and he hasn't performed well as of a while. Oh no! Oh, the fuck are Man United doing at the back? The low. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, Delo falling over there and getting exposed. Jesus Christ, Manchester United could have been in trouble there, really. That was a worry there. A team with better quality would probably have put that chance away there, and Manchester United would probably be behind. I mean, Delo's new to Manchester United. This is his first game for Manchester United away in Switzerland, which is a real tough ask, but he slipped over there, unfortunately, and Manchester United. Come on, United going forward. Kaku, oh, losing the ball. Oh, and the chart, no chance there for Manchester United. Come on, United. I'm going to have to step this up a bit. Oh, Fred there giving away a free kick. But so far, they're really looking the much more competent team in this game. And I mean, I haven't looked at what people are saying on Twitter, but I expect that probably a lot of people are groaning about this so far from Manchester United. So far, Fred has been poor for Manchester United. A corner for young boys. Manchester United. Jesus Christ, Cristiano Ronaldo has been sent off for Juventus. So Juventus are down to 10 men in their game. The score in this one is 0-0, and between Manchester United and Young Boys. Young Boys seem to be having the better of it at the moment, but the big news is Cristiano Ronaldo has been sent off for Juventus away in Valencia. So that makes that game fucking interesting, to be honest. Because they're going to have a job on their hands to win that game. I wonder why Cristiano Ronaldo was sent off. But Manchester United are really making hard work of this game. We need to worry about this game first, because Cristiano Ronaldo will not now play against Manchester United in the next game. So, or whenever it, probably if it is the next game or if it's the game after, we will have to wait and see. He wouldn't participate if Manchester United were to play them in one of the next couple of games. So that is if obviously he he may only get away with a 1-match ban, a 2-match ban. We'll have to wait and see what. We will just have to wait and see. But the other good news, the good news that is actually coming out is that Manchester City are behind at the moment. So although Manchester United aren't winning, which is disappointing, Manchester City are losing to Lyon. So that is good to see, because everyone hates, the Man United fan hates Man City. So, oh, Pogba! Fucking get in there. Fucking get in there. Woo! What a strike from Paul Pogba. See, I told everyone Paul Pogba is fucking brilliant. Get in there, my son. Pogba's quality. Everyone fucking knows Paul Pogba's quality, really. Get in there, my son. See, I was saying, that if Manchester United still keep it tight, that Manchester United got the quality in their ranks to score, and Paul Pogba has provided that moment of brilliance in this game so far. Some people even thinking Paul Pogba should be dropped from Manchester United, which is crazy because Paul Pogba is such a good player. Paul Pogba. But so far, the difference between the sides has only been that strike from Paul Pogba. It really does sort of paper over the cracks for Manchester United in this game at the moment, because Manchester United have not been at their best at all. But it might give Manchester United now the confidence to go on and get another one. I mean, definitely that 1-0 does not reflect the game at all for Manchester United. We have not been we've not been good enough so far. If you're watching this live, please make sure to hit that like button. It really does help the channel out. And also subscribe if you're new around here. Always love to have new subscribers on board. That good strike from Paul Pogba is the difference so far. Corner for Manchester United. We all know Paul Pogba's got that in his locker. We really do. I mean, remember the World Cup winner, World Cup final goal scorer as well. So Manchester United could somehow fathom another goal. It would hopefully put this game to bed. Even though Manchester United don't deserve to be 1-0 up, let alone 2-0 up. But oh, Christ, the scrambles in the box and another Manchester. Young boys on the attack here, cleared by Manchester United. Lukaku is down injured at the moment, but hopefully he'll be all right. It's just pushed in the back there, so should be all right. Lukaku. So it is getting on for half time in this game for Manchester United, and I wasn't concerned at Manchester United only being at 0-0 for so long. But penalty. Will Paul Pogba get his second of the game? Can Manchester United kill this game off? It's Paul Pogba to get his second of the game. Come on, Paul. Bang this in the back of that net. And Manchester United should have the 3 points in the bag for me if we get that second goal. Yes. Get in there, my son. Fucking great penalty from Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba's got a brace. Manchester United 2. Young Boys 0. And job is probably done for me. Manchester United have played pretty shit, but looks like we've got the job done in the first half. A bit of a harsh penalty there, but who gives a fuck? This is all I wanted from Manchester United, just to win this game. And looks like we've done that. So, pretty pleased. The penalty was good for me. Very good. And Paul Pogba, one more goal and he'd have a hat-trick. Confident penalty from Paul Pogba. Didn't shy away from taking it. So, really pleased. Manchester United's main man. He's Manchester United's best player, and we've got to get the best out of Paul Pogba if Manchester United want to challenge 4 trophies like this. Paul Pogba really should be hitting 15 goals this season if he's taking penalties as well. He's got the quality to be doing 15 goals. Definitely. He's a world-class player, just got to show it on a real consistent basis. Right at the end of this first half. I mean, Manchester United's quality has really just shone through with that Paul Pogba strike, really, to be honest. We don't deserve to be winning this game at all, but this is the Champions League, and you come up against strong opposition, which Young Boys have done in Manchester United. We may not be the favourites to win it or anything, but we've got top quality players in our ranks. So Manchester United could be a dark horses for this tournament, to be honest. Because we do have world-class players in our ranks. So Alexis Sanchez is another world-class player on his day, can do moments of magic. We just got to get him playing well as Pogba and Lukaku banging in the goals, and then Manchester United could be looking on the up. So it's half time. Manchester United are winning 2-0. Very, very pleased with that, considering how the half went. I was surprised we were even going 1-0 up. But I'm going to take a quick toilet break, maybe have a snack or two. And I'll be back for the second half in a moment. Hope everyone's enjoying the game. Manchester United 2. Okay. Excited and looking forward to that second half for Manchester United. Really pleased with that first half. Not necessarily obviously the performance, but we scored 2 goals and Paul Pogba's scored a cracker. To be honest, you can't ask for any more than that, to be honest. Come on, United, let's get some second half goals and put these to the sword. Man City losing 2-0. Fucking hell. Who would have thought that? Man City losing 2-0 at home. I mean, they'll probably turn it around. But Juventus winning. Juventus are winning 1-0 with 10 men, so that's interesting. Probably not the scoreline Manchester United would have wanted there, but some interesting stuff around the globe at the moment. It was a penalty that they scored, so Cristiano Ronaldo probably would have took that had he been on the pitch. But that's still a fantastic result so far for Juventus, being down to 10 men since the 29th minute, still winning the game. That's absolutely crazy, to be honest. Let's hope we can see another 1 or 2 goals in the second half. That would be nice for Manchester United, just to get a few goals, just to get that real confidence and buzz around the place. If we could put these to the sword. I mean, I wasn't never expecting a big scoreline, but oh, Ronaldo. They reckon that Ronaldo will get a 1-game ban for that. So Cristiano Ronaldo would then be available to face Manchester United, I believe, because that's the 3rd game. Right, the second half is ready to get underway again, so exciting to hopefully see. Can Paul Pogba get his first Manchester United hat-trick? That would be nice to see, wouldn't it? That would be something nice to see, wouldn't it? A Paul Pogba hat-trick. It would really shut the fuck up with some of these haters out there. Can he shut the fuck up with these haters and get a hat-trick? Let's see what the second half brings for Manchester United. Okay, the second half is underway. Let's go, Man United. Let's get this job done. Get a third, and we can maybe take 2 or 3 couple of players off and worry about the next game, which is going to be a difficult game against Wolves at the weekend, even though that one is at home. But God, wouldn't that be classic for a Paul Pogba hat trick in the Champions League? Okay, it's young boys, but who gives a fuck? It's The third goal will literally put the game to bed. I mean, I think it's over now because I just don't think they have the quality that to get back into the game and get 2 or 3 goals. To be honest. Come on, United. Manchester United knocking it around confident at the start of this second half. Oh. Martial hasn't done enough for me in this game. Rashford probably hasn't done enough. Oh, Martial had a good chance there where he could have scored as well. I said he hadn't done enough, but a bit unlucky. But really, he could do with getting himself on the scoreline tonight. To be honest, he was crowded out a bit. There was a few players come around him, but I was hoping that he could quickly slide that one in, but hasn't scored since January. Really needs to get himself on the score sheet tonight. Would hopefully do him the world of good with games to come against Wolves and Derby. If he could get himself on the scoreline on that score sheet, it could give him a good chance because he could have another chance against Derby, and that could really help his confidence if he could get some goals in that and all. Oh, Lukaku! Oh, Lukaku again, but he's offside. Oh, I think it's there for Manchester United to go and get that third goal and put this game completely over. Looking a lot more confident now. We've got the 2-0 up. Heads seem to have dropped a little bit, obviously, understandably. And I think Manchester United's got it there to get that next goal. And they're not going to come back if Manchester United go 3-0 up. No way on this earth will they come back then. So, but I mean, I'm not, no disrespect to these, but they're obviously not one of the top teams in this competition, and so heads can drop quite easily in these sort of games if you're not winning. If things go against you, the heads could drop, and Fred hasn't had the best of games. Another foul is given away there. Got himself in the referee's book now with a yellow card. Oh, Martial, great bit of skill there. Oh, Rashford fucked it up. Just couldn't quite play Lukaku in. Oh, that was great from Martial then. That actually was good. Oh, they wanted a penalty there, but yeah, I don't think you can give that as a penalty. I was a bit shocked that he gave the other one as a penalty, to be honest, but still, I think we started this second half a lot better than we started the first half, to be honest. Martial, oh, it's really nice to see him get himself on the score sheet tonight, Martial. This game is there for the taking for Manchester United to get another goal. Certainly is. Juventus have gone 2 goals to 0 up in their game. Valencia must be playing pretty poor to be losing 2-0 with 10 against 10 men. Oh, another penalty. So Cristiano Ronaldo would have had two goals that he stayed on the pitch, most likely. Oh, Fred. Oh, fucked it up there. Real Madrid also leading against Roma in their game. Isco with the goal on 45 minutes. I think that must have been the second half. Pogba to Martial. Kaku. Fred. Oh, shot. Hit someone. Hopefully, Fred can grow into a Manchester United shirt. Not showing his best form this evening, but he's new to the team. It's going to take a bit of time for Fred to get used to Manchester United. Another corner for Manchester United. Foul there. Low. Foul. But I'm really pleased tonight. There's been positives from Manchester United. So far, 2-0 up to the good away from home in a tricky game. Dalot's been good for Manchester United. He's looked very good at 19 years of age in his first game for Manchester United. And we've seen 2 goals from Paul Pogba. Martial. Oh, we just need a goal from Rashford or Martial or someone, or Lukaku, just to finish this. Pogba, oh, lost the ball. Oh, they're on the attack. The only thing is we don't want to get complacent and let a goal in. Looks like Sanchez is getting ready to warm up, apparently. Potentially could be coming on, so I'm not sure. Personally, I would give it a bit longer because Martial's having a better second half. And I think he deserves to stick out there for now and see what he can do. I mean, the game is practically won, so not really point in needing to bring Sanchez on for me now. I would save Sanchez for that game at the weekend, to be honest. Shot there, wayward. But this makes for the perfect reading for Manchester United. Just get the first game done and dusted, out the way, and then you can kick on there. Whereas it looks like Man City, thankfully, are fucking their game up tonight, which they've got a decent group, so they should easily walk their group. But you want to, if you've got an easy group, you want to do it with a couple of games to spare. We won't have that luxury, and hopefully Man City won't either now. They don't win their games. Oh, young boys on the attack. It's gone too wide. Oh, the cross in, but David Hare catches. Renato Sanchez has scored for Bayern Munich. Interesting. They're making a change. Their player has injured his hamstring. Rashford's shot straight at the keeper. Come on, United, we can up this and get that third goal. Put the game well to the sword. Martial, oh, shit. This is there for the taking for Martial. Manchester United definitely do look a bit better than they did first half, but they still haven't really probably made the goalkeeper work enough to warrant 2-0. But at the moment, the game seems to be just dying a bit and going a bit stale for Manchester United. But I think to be honest, I think that young boys probably feel like they're a beaten team, but the head seemed to drop a bit when they let the second goal, and I think I still would have felt a bit aggrieved if I was them to have conceded it. But looks like Fellaini could be coming on. Oh, Martial fouled. To be honest, we'd be better off bringing Andreas Pereira on than Fellaini, because Fellaini will need to be will probably play against Wolves on Saturday, and might as well give someone else a run out. Paul Pogba wants to take the free kick. Decent way out. Marcus Rashford's going to take it. Rashford. Oh, it's the wall. Not a very good strike from Rashford there, to be honest. Be nice to see Rashford get himself on the score sheet for Manchester United. I mean, I would definitely have taken this though before the start of the game. Any Manchester United fan would have accepted this sort of game tonight. A 2-0 scoreline like this, just to get the job done and move on, to be honest. Young boys making another change. A double change is coming up for Manchester United. It's imminent. Pogba driving through midfield. Oh, yes! Martial, you got yourself a goal, what son? Finally. Paul Pogba, magnificent, bombing forward. Power. Oh, I hit someone, but 3-0. You can't ask for no more than that from Manchester United. Martial scoring. who hasn't scored since January. But Fellaini's now coming onto the pitch. I'm not sure who for, but I wouldn't really change too much, if I'm being honest now. You can't ask for more than this. 3-0 away from home. It's against shit opposition, but who gives a fuck? You Manchester City pulled a goal back in their game against Lyon. So, but now nice to see Rashford get a goal now. I'm being a bit greedy, to be honest, but we're long overdue a big scoreline, to be honest. But if this is this, I mean, it's not been a complete comfortable night. But as soon as we got the goals, their heads have just dropped. So if Manchester United can win like this away from home, then at home we should have no problems beating this team. And to be honest, by the time we play these again, you would expect, if Manchester United are already qualified, to be able to change a few players for the reverse fixture. To be honest, I mean. Well, Rashford coming off, which is a shame, but in place of Fred. So Anthony Martial will most likely see the game out. But really, to be honest, Fellaini doesn't really need any minutes. We could have quite easily brought Andreas Pereira onto the pitch, to be honest. Fellaini will play against Wolves at the weekend. So there's so many players you're looking at need game time, that you're looking at Pereira, Tom next week. You've got Darmian hasn't been playing, Bailey hasn't been playing, probably Phil Jones could come back into reckoning for that game against Derby. That's going to be mental what sort of team he goes for, and I wanted to see some youngsters play. But you think it's quite a big squad, to be honest, still. Even though people say we need to sign players, we've got so many players, it's just whether they're all good enough quality. There's been a lot of positives to still take from this game this evening. I'm really, even if first half wasn't so great, I still am pretty happy with how Manchester United have seen the game off, to be honest, and got 3 goals. Second half, they've not really looked like scoring, to be honest. Young boys have. But you can't ask for no more than this. Once you fuck up your second and your third game, you've just got to bounce back. And there was some real good fixtures for Manchester United in order to bounce back, and we've done that with 3 wins in a row. So you can't really ask for no more than that, to be honest. And this one's been the most convincing out of them, to be on in terms of the scoreline, anyway. So. Whether it was the best actual performance out of the 3 games is obviously still debatable, but because this is against a lot less opposition than even the likes of Watford and Burnley were. So, but we've got the job done tonight, and hopefully that goal will give Martial a bit of confidence now, because he has looked absolute fucking dog shit, to be honest, against Brighton and that. And even Watford, I just thought his career had completely come to an end with Manchester United, but you never know with Luke Shaw getting another chance at the cherry bite of the cherry. You never know whether Anthony Martial can get a bit of form and just kick on and start performing well. Because he has got the ability. That is the crazy thing. He's got the ability to do it. He's just got to do it on a consistent basis. Martial. We didn't see enough of him first half, like I was saying. In the second half, he's been a lot better. A lot better. I mean, I'm not saying he's been Thierry Henry-esque or anything, but he's been a lot better this half. But it was the strike was a bit of a deflected one anyway. Andreas Pereira looks like he's going to come on for Manchester United, which is nice to see. What I wanted to see from Manchester United. Who will he replace? You know, I think it's a good move, bringing him on now. There's not really any point for me in bringing Alexis Sanchez on now. Manchester United have got the game done and dusted. Alexis Sanchez will play against Wolves probably at the weekend, so there'll be no Marcus Rashford to play. So, what is the problem with playing Andreas Pereira? Give him some minutes before that Watford game. Hopefully, give him some minutes before that Derby game coming up, and hopefully maybe he can start the Derby game or even be along the substitutes and get some second half minutes against Derby. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, I thought that they were going to score them, but they failed to score. So, of course, could quite easily have put that away then, and it would have been. Oh Jesus! He actually hit the post, but it looked easier to score to me. But I don't understand why he was smiling there, because he should have scored, but he's failed to score. So. They're making their final substitution. I mean, we've still got 15 minutes left. Manchester United are more than capable of scoring another one in this game. So, Paul Pogba's making way in this last few minutes, which is great to see, to be honest. I mean, it would have been nice to see Paul Pogba get his hat trick, but he's the main man for Manchester United, and we need to keep him in this good form. Paul Pogba is a special talent. Manchester United have got to keep him at this club. People saying that he needs to leave are absolutely crazy. We've got to keep him in the team. Martial, I thought he'd won a corner then, but he hasn't. It was a wicked deflection watching that goal back from Martial, but I hope that Martial gets given that, definitely, Should do because it was going on target. So, but there's still time for someone else to grab themselves a goal in this game. Lukaku hasn't got himself a goal this evening. Could he still get himself on the goal scoring charts tonight? Be nice to see him get himself a goal. But if not, then no worries because Manchester United got a goal. Well, the game's pretty much done and dusted, so we're just basically playing out the remaining 12 and 13 minutes of this game. So hopefully Manchester United can at least keep a clean sheet in this one. It's not Dave to let a goal in. It's nice when he gets a clean sheet. He thoroughly deserves clean sheets. The amount of fucking saves he's had to make over the years. And we haven't had, it would only be our second clean sheet of the season so far. So that would be good to see. But there's no one. That's about. I mean, there's no more real urgency to really get another. I mean, we don't have to score any more goals, to be honest. But if we do get more, we do. But we'll just have to see. There's only 12 minutes to go, so you don't want to overexert yourself with that game coming up at the weekend. We've got to travel back after this one, so just see this game off and look forward to another two games coming up in the next 7 days. But this has been the perfect week or so for Manchester United to just to keep winning after them couple of defeats. With you can only beat who's in front of you, and we've done that. We've won it, which has always been in the last couple of years a tough place in Burnley. Obviously beating Watford, and now these, it's going to hopefully breed some confidence for Manchester United, and that we can kick on to maybe some better things and get rid of a lot of that negativity that is starting to die off, to be honest. Mm-hmm. The last 20 minutes of this game haven't been great, obviously, for Manchester United. Obviously, every fan would like to see Manchester United kick on and swat these aside, but I thought Mata was going to score them, but great ball to Mata there, which just couldn't get it in the net, put it wide of the post, but Although whips the ball in, but so. Everyone shouting Mourinho's name at the ground. You can hear it in the background. It's the same when I went to the Watford game. Everyone shouting Mourinho's name. A lot of the fans still right behind this guy. I'm backing this man. Oh, Martial. Oh, couldn't get Lukaku. Couldn't play Lukaku in there. Oh yeah, foul on Mata. Manchester United played on. The player's gone back and been booked. Got about 10 minutes, including probably a minute or two of stoppage time to go in this game, and it's looking like a 3-0 scoreline, which any Manchester United fan would have taken that before the start of this game, definitely. But it looks like, hopefully, that might have been just a blip, that early couple of games. I mean, that was a horrendous one against Brighton, but the Tottenham one wasn't too bad, considering. I know the result was bad, but the actual performance first half wasn't. It was the poor individual mistakes. It was so bad in that game. Second half, we just seemed to completely crumble, and it just looked like the players were lost and just not playing for the guy. But maybe they are still right behind him. Maybe it's just some players are just not good enough. Some of them are not playing that have been at fault in them games, like Eric Bailey and Phil Jones, who have been poor for Manchester United and not been playing. So. Does look like Manchester United will probably now get a clean sheet, which is good. It's been pretty poor, to be honest. Just seeing this game out now. To be honest. Well, they had a chance to score, but the flag was up from Young Boys. Would have been nice maybe to have seen Lukaku on the score sheet tonight, but he can save his goals for the next game. If I'm going to name my man of the match, I'll name it in my review, but it is Paul Pogba. 2 goals and an assist. You can't ask for no more than that from the big man. And it looks like he's at his best tonight, and hopefully long may it continue. Just need to see it week in, week out. That's the only difference. I mean, young boys have played all right. They've dug in and tried to make it difficult for Manchester United, but it's just the overall quality has just shone through from Manchester United. They're just not a great team, to be honest. They just Manchester United just got better. To be honest, if you lose this type of game, it is really bad. Manchester United. I know we have lost in Switzerland last season and that, but to be honest, we shouldn't be losing this type of game ever. Not with the amount of money Manchester United spend. This should be really a formality sort of scoreline, to be honest. So, oh, looks like the game's going to end 3-0 then. So, job is done, and we move on to that game against Valencia, who have lost their first game. So, Manchester United clear, but I mean, oh dear. Things are not looking quite as bad as they were 2 or 3 weeks ago. Obviously we've got to keep this going. I mean, winning this game and then losing at the weekend is just going to look fucking dog's poop. But if we can win against Wolves, then on paper we should be beating Derby. Then you're looking at that. That's what 5 wins on the trot. Then that would be good form for Manchester United. Really, that would. If we could get that, and things could start on the up a bit. Oh, Martial thought he was going to go alone, but he passed it. And I mean, they've given a real good account of themselves tonight. It's just they're just not got the quality. It's not none of them have really played bad, to be honest. On another day, this wouldn't have ended 3-0, to be honest. But that's about that. Just see now how many minutes of added time there'll be just to play out. Just the 3 minutes left for Manchester United to play to see off before we close out the match. Matic is down, a bit of pain, but he'll be all right. He gets a day off against Wolves, so I'm sure Matic will be all right. So we've got 2 minutes left of the added on time. Couldn't have asked for no more than this before the game. Which was blocked. Fellaini on the ball. That just sees it off. Last few seconds will be used up here, and that'll be that. Please, there's so many positives to take from the game, even though it wasn't a vintage Manchester United performance or anything. It's just so many positives to take out of it, to be honest, I think. But I think they never thought that they were going to get anything from this group, to be honest. I don't think young boys, so they're probably happy with their efforts. Yes! Ah, oh, shit, it was offside. Thought Lukaku had finished it off with a fourth, but yeah, it was offside. Otherwise, it would have been 4. I was thinking that Lukaku had got himself a goal, but wasn't to be. That's it. Manchester United have won the game 3-0. We cannot ask for more than that from Manchester United. Got the job done. Really pleased with that. Everyone should be pleased with that. Thanks to everyone for watching the watch along. There will be a match reaction coming shortly on the channel, a proper one, just to go over the game in a bit of maybe a bit more depth. And thanks for watching. There'll hopefully be some more watch alongs on the way, so stay tuned for that. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you're new. It does help the channel grow, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.